Hi friends, I'm Urvashi. Welcome to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to be talking about how to become wealthy or how to become rich with the help of astrology. So wealth is one of the most important topics nowadays, and many of you, I'm sure, are watching astrology videos just in order to see if you have the wealth yogas in your chart and when will you acquire that kind of wealth and what is the level of wealth that you will acquire and stuff like that. And many of you would have gone and done a lot of remedies in order to become wealthy, in order to appease the planet Venus. You would have fed cows and you would have done God knows what else. Anything and everything that anybody tells you or you find out, you would like to try everything. But the very, very simple way of strengthening a planet, any planet, is by living that planet, is by living a lifestyle which depicts that planet. So if you start cheating people, if you start fleecing people, if you become a thief, then you're strengthening your Rahu for sure. And today we're talking about Venus. So how do we strengthen our Venus without having to go out and do a lot of remedies? How can we strengthen Venus? And the best remedy, this is, believe me, the best remedy, is by living the planet Venus, is by living a good, comfortable, happy, luxurious life. Comfortable, luxurious as far as our budget permits us to live. You know what they say, wealth attracts wealth. And something we all learnt when we were growing up, all our mothers. I remember my mother saying this, I say this to my kids, and I'm sure your mothers have said this to you. Whenever you say something negative, they would tell you, don't say these negative words, because whatever you will say will happen. In India, we also say that Ma Saraswati sits on our tongue, once every 24 hours. So if you're saying something, good, bad, whatever, and Ma Saraswati is at that point sitting on your tongue, that thing is going to come true, which is true. Things manifest the way we want them to manifest. So if we start living like the planet Venus, that is the biggest remedy. You're living every day. It's not something you go and do for 10 minutes and you come back and you forget about. It's what you live like. So a sadhu or a sage who renounces the world and goes and lives in the Himalayas, and he's renounced everything. He's given up everything. He doesn't want any luxury. He doesn't want anything. He's strengthening the planet Saturn. And Saturn is, signifies the 12th house. The, highest house, the biggest house for spirituality is the 12th house. So if you are living like a sadhu, you're strengthening your Saturn. If you're gaining a lot of knowledge, if you're respecting your gurus, your teachers, you are strengthening your Jupiter. And in order to be wealthy, what do we strengthen? We strengthen our Venus. And you don't need to go out and do any remedies. You just need to live them. That is the best way. You just need to identify completely with that planet. A sadhu is completely detached, completely. This, for detachment, you need the planet Saturn. And Saturn is the opposite of Venus. Venus is luxury, Venus is happiness. Saturn is also for misery, for depression, for sadness, for loneliness, for detachment, yes. Venus is for company, for friendship, for your spouse, for happiness, for wealth. But how do we strengthen it? How do we live like Venus? You dress well. You look good, the best you can. You groom yourself well. You start exercising. You cannot look untidy. You cannot be unhappy when you look at yourself in the mirror. You have to get the Venus image when you look at yourself in the mirror. You have to like what you look. You eat well. You talk well. You keep a neat house. You keep a beautiful house. Get rid of clutter. Clutter is Saturn. Get rid of all the old things. That is Saturn. Don't wear torn clothes. That is Saturn. Don't deny yourself luxuries. Have you ever denied yourself comfort and luxury? Not having money and then going through hardships is something else. it's not a choice. If you do not have money and you're going through suppose you go to travel in one of the Indian buses, you have a long journey to take, and you have to take that journey, because Indian buses are, that is like real non-Venus kind of an environment. But if you have to do it, you have to do it. But in spite of being in that situation, if you're taking a journey on a bus and you're not liking it, but laughing it off, taking it like an adventure, enjoying the trip, enjoying whatever little happiness you're getting through the trip, enjoying the sightseeing, enjoying your friends who are there with you, you are still strengthening your Venus. You are denying the misery or the discomfort of the trip. But at the same time, if you have money and you say, no, I'm not going to spend on the cab, I'm still going to go on the bus, I'm going to save this much amount of money. Now you're denying yourself Venus. Now you're going to take that journey in the bus. If it makes you happy, if you're enjoying that experience, if you're enjoying not having a comfortable environment, if you're enjoying being miserable, if it makes you happy, then probably you're already moving towards the path of Saturn. But going through a bad experience, just saving a little money, if you really need to save that money, that's something else. But sometimes we just become miserly, we just for the heck of saving money, and that same money we'll go and spend somewhere uselessly. So just saving money, just denying yourself happiness, small things, small experiences, small happinesses every day is where you can strengthen your Venus. So if you plan better, if you use your resources to be most comfortable, most happy, not extravagant. I'm not saying be extravagant. You still need to save whatever you need to save. You need to do whatever you need to do. But saving will never make anybody rich. In order to be rich, you got to start earning first. If you're earning something and then you're saving something out of it, and also leading a good life, leading a comfortable life. So the first thing is today. The first thing is comfort has to be today, because we really don't know about tomorrow. What is the point of saving for a day which we do not even know that exists? Save a little for the future that you have to save, that you need to save. Don't make yourself so miserable today and just keep saving for the future, because we don't really know about what's going to happen. But at least enjoy today. We know we have today. We know we are still alive today. Take care of your today. Take care of everything about you. Your environment, like I said, your room, your house. Use some nice candles at home. Get rid of the clutter. Have a nice pretty home. Neat and clean. Wear neat and clean clothes which are not torn, which are not faded, because torn, faded clothes are Saturn. Torn shoes, old shoes are Saturn. Wearing nice pretty sandals for women and nice whatever shoes you men wear, that is again Venus. So right from your shoes, your entire attire, the way you look, the way you dress up, your image when you look at yourself in the mirror, it's about you, how you feel. It's not about what other people are thinking and having their opinion about you. It's your opinion about yourself. If you feel you're looking good, the day you go out, step out of the house and you feel you're looking good, believe me, that will be your best day. You'll be your most confident, you're most comfortable with yourself, you'll talk confidently, and whatever you've gone out to do, you'll do that very well. And if you feel you're looking very bad, if in the morning you look at yourself in the mirror and you hate what you see, that day is going to be a horrible day for you. The entire day you're going to be self-conscious, you will not feel confident, and you will not do well in whatever you're doing. So looking good is very important. If you look good, if you feel you're looking good, you've strengthened your Venus. If you feel your room is looking nice and clean and tidy, you're strengthening your Venus. If you're happy in your relationships, you're strengthening your Venus. So are you making the effort in your relationships? Are you working on your relationships? Are you working on your happiness? If you have little money and you're not so comfortable, you have to go through a trip that you're not comfortable, but are you enjoying the adventure? Life is an adventure. Things keep changing. Life is up and down and up and down. If something is down, it's going to be up again. If something is up, it will be down again. As long as you are enjoying the adventure, you're strengthening your Venus. If you're always miserable in spite of having everything, I've seen people who are always miserable in spite of having everything. Believe me, the only thing they get is misery. I've seen people who limp and walk and they say, oh, I'm not well, my leg is not well, I'm not able to walk properly. And believe me, they get those kind of issues. I've seen people, women, men, younger than me, who are always complaining of health issues, and believe me, they get health issues. You are attracting everything into your life. You are attracting and strengthening the planet. You are attracting by, even pretending. I'm not telling you to pretend. Enjoy, be happy, enjoy the environment. Enjoy your room, enjoy your TV, enjoy your movie, enjoy a book that you're reading. You don't necessarily have to go to Switzerland to enjoy. You can enjoy whatever you're doing right now. Enjoy a cup of tea or coffee or whatever. Being happy, enjoy the company of your spouse. Be happy, smile. Don't always think about what you don't have. Always think about what you have. If you have good health, enjoy that. Just going for a walk out in the evening with your spouse, if that makes you happy, you are strengthening your Venus. If you wake up in the morning and you're happy and you're grateful for your home, for your children, for your life, for your health, if that makes you happy, you're strengthening your Venus. If you're miserable and thinking of what all you don't have, if you don't have the car that somebody else has, then you're being jealous, and definitely Venus is not a jealous planet. Then you're probably developing the Rahu qualities. If you're always miserable about everything, if you're always unhappy, if you're always thinking about how tired I am, I have to work so much, everything is so slow, promotions are not happening, then you're strengthening your Saturn. If you're being miserable, you're strengthening your Saturn. If you're always finding faults in your relationships, if you're detaching yourself from your spouse, detaching yourself, if you're not looking good, if you're thinking like, I don't care about what I look like, I just don't care about my looks. I look ugly, but I don't care about it. You're strengthening your Saturn. So, you should be enjoying yourself. You should be enjoying your life. You should be happy in what you have. You should be happy in your today. Saving is great, but not at the cost of today. Don't be extravagant. Little amount you have to save, just keep it aside and don't even think about it. The rest, enjoy your day. If you can't afford a luxurious meal outside, you can have a simple meal at home. And there are very easy ways to make a nice good meal at home. You can have a good simple meal at home with your family, watch a nice movie on TV, enjoy yourself, be happy. Venus is one planet which is for emotions, which is for relationships, which is for wealth. If you can be happy, if you can have good relationships, you will have good wealth. And it is the planet for beauty, of neatness, cleanliness, fragrances, good clothes. So if you can bring all that into your life a little bit, everyday life, not just doing something for 5 minutes and then forgetting about it. If you can live that life, if you can be happy, have a good relationships, be neat and clean, look good, be well groomed, you're doing everything else that Venus requires or Venus signifies, then you will get wealth as well. That will just come along. I don't know how it works. Maybe when you're used to a luxurious environment, a luxurious, comfortable life, then maybe you will strive more for it. Maybe that's how it works. But I've seen it works. I've seen people who have less, people who are in bad situations and they're happy. They're always laughing. They're happy about the small things, about a good meal. They're happy about it. And they're talking about the next good meal they're going to have or a small outing they're going to have. And they're not always unhappy. I've seen they do talk about their problems, but they're not obsessed over those things. And those things pass and good times come. And I've seen people who have everything. And they always say, oh, poor me. Oh, poor her. She doesn't have this. Poor her. She doesn't have this. Oh, poor me. I don't have this. Main bichari, main bichari. Like in India, we say main bichari, or poor me. And then what happens? They become a bichari. They really become poor. It's pitiful. Pitiful is the right word. They become pitiful. If you feel pity for yourself, you will become pitiful. You want to have Venus, you want to have luxury, comfort, live Venus. Be happy. So like our mothers taught us, talk positive, it will happen for you. But not just talk, live it. Bring it in your life, bring it in your relationships, bring it in your food habits, bring it in your, homes, bring it in your clothes. If you need to go start exercising, do that. If you need to go clean your house, go do that. If you need to go get new clothes for yourself, do that. If you need to go spend some time with your spouse, do that. Just smile, be happy, have a cup of tea, sit, talk, be happy. That's it. That's all it requires to become wealthy. But constantly and consistently living the planet and strengthening it will bring those vibrations in your life. If you start moving around with rich people, people who have everything, people who are happy, people who are positive, you know what they say, birds of the same feather flock together. Or you start living with those birds and you will become like them. Things just rub off. So you start moving around with successful people, you will be successful. Good people, intelligent people, knowledgeable people, you will become that. Rich people, you will become that. So your company, your home, your clothes, your behavior, your happiness, your state of mind, your relationships, and wealth will come along. That is the simple secret of Venus. Decide how you want to live. Do you want to live like Saturn? Do you want to become a sadhu? Do you want to be detached? So being, hardworking is a great thing. But if you decide to be unhappy always, and if you decide to be detached from your spouse, and if you decide to have all the other things of Saturn, to, be a miser, to not spend, to not have comforts, then you are strengthening the planet Saturn. So you decide what you want and you live that life. You want Venus, you want wealth, strengthen Venus. So that is all for now in this video. This is really the real remedy for Venus. It's the real secret of astrology. You have to strengthen the planet in your everyday life, not just one or two remedies. One or two remedies, I don't know how far they will get you, but this will definitely get you wealth. We'll see you now in the next video. Bye-bye.